Today we are talking about performance bloopers. I'm Robin and this is Sonia and we are Bali Moms on the go.
Home edition.
So we're going to talk about crazy stuff that's happened to us while we're performing because we are Bali Moms on the go after all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of our bloopers without the footage, but we're going to share our bloopers.
Yeah. I wonder if we looked back, we might actually find video of stuff, but yeah, probably. I don't have any handy.
I'm going to share one story. So I have many. So let's start with one. So it was one of my first Bollywood shows with Spark. And we were having, of course, a lot of nice costume and accessories, including a headpiece. But you know that sometimes between the performances, you have to change so quickly that sometimes I wasn't able to secure very nicely my headpiece. So it was like something like this and then here. And you had to like bobby pins a lot so that it will like not move. So, and it was the finale. So I was like all out. My first show is like, yes, of course I'm gonna go all out. I was like, as the song was starting, I like kind of felt that my headpiece was like flying more than it was supposed to. You know, that it was something like band, but with jitteries. And I felt like at some point it was not on my forehead, but it was still there. It's like, so I thought like, it's like, that's okay, still there. And at some point I saw it, so I was still dancing, and then I saw it like flying away, like whoosh, and on the stage where we all like dancing like crazy. I was like, oh no, please don't step on it, because like stepping on it will be like very painful. So
yeah.
And so I was like dancing, looking. It's like, how can I get it without me? But at some point we were like dancing randomly. So I was like dancing, like getting it, and then like putting away. Like I literally like put it that far away to have it land like on the side. I was like, okay, that's good. Okay, but you know, you have to like keep your face.
Yes, the whole time.
Don't feel like.
Yeah. For those of you who have never performed before, you're supposed to like leave it. Like, yeah, keep going no matter what. So even if you lose pieces, you're supposed to leave it. But I could see why you would want to grab it, because
I was like, no, don't step. It's like, yeah, and then you still have to remember your choreography, right? It's like, you're dancing. It's like you're
and smile. Oh my God.
So there's many things, like I think at that time in the brain there's so many things happening. It's like, don't step on it, but I have to catch it, but I have to remember this move. I have to keep smiling.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Well, one of my favorite ones was when I was dancing Afro-Brazilian, and we were doing an Afro performance, so it was African dance. And if you could just visualize, African dance is very head driven, like we move our head a lot. And so we had this big feather piece, so it was all feathers up like this, and it was a big headband, and they stood up like this tall. And so our very first movement was a drop of the head and a lift of the head. And as soon as I dropped my head, the headpiece fell like from here to like here. So I was like, it was like covering half my vision, and it was the very first move. So I still had to do the entire dance with this thing in front of my eyes. It was so brutal. But in that same performance, we were having so many costume things with that performance, because in that same performance, one of my friends was doing what you did, and she was like swing her arm, and then her bracelet went flying off, and then she swing her other arm, and then her other bracelet, and then her ankle, like she was almost like naked when she left the stage, because everything was just falling off of her the entire time. So that particular dance, we had a lot of costume problems, but I was like so proud of myself after, because I was literally blind the entire time, but I still finished that dance.
Yeah, you have to keep dancing and smiling, whatever happens.
Yeah, in the pictures it's so funny, because in the pictures I'm like this, like halfway. Oh, it's terrible.
Like I had a friend in Prague, so you didn't know it was before you joined. So so I didn't perform this dance, but I saw the dance. So basically they had like long sleeve dress, and they had two strings with pom-pom at the ends. So like imagine two strings.
Yeah.
So they're like kind of dancing and twirling and this. And at some point the string got tangled. So she was So when she was trying to like figure, but her hands were like literally like this, so she was trying to untangle, and then like they were supposed to do arms, so she was like trying to do things. It's like she's very tangled, and at some point she managed to, but like maybe for like 10-15 seconds she was totally stuck.
Oh my God.
Performing, what should I do?
That's hilarious.
But she managed to keep her face kind of still tension, but she was still smiling. It's like, yeah. I don't know what to do.
That's impressive. That's super impressive.
So
yeah,
you have to manage this kind of like, malware.
Well, and often like when we first get our costumes, even though we do our sizes and all of this stuff, the costumes, when we first get them, have mistakes, like, and so lots of times you have to be a bit of a seamstress, or you at least have to know a seamstress to help you adjust your costume. Like last year we had this gorgeous sparkly costume, and it was like hammer pants, like they were like harem pants. Oh my God, I love that costume so much. Yeah, but then it had this tiny little jacket, right? Like just a little jacket, a little red jacket. And so I put on my little red jacket, and I was like, I was so small. And I was so scared I was going to break it. Because like I have pretty big arms, like I'm pretty strong. I've got pretty big shoulders, not huge, but big enough. And so I was like all day with the jacket. I was like, look it, I'm the Hulk. And then I was like, but thankfully we have Miss Grace. I don't know if you're watching, Miss Grace, but I love you so much. Oh my God. And so she fixed it for me. She took some of the material and fixed it for me. But yeah, it was so funny.
But even like celebrities have this malfunction, and they have to keep going. I don't know if it was a concert of not Nicki Minaj, or Cardi B, or one of these.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember which one. One of these two, I don't remember. But the thing was very tight, and the thing starting to like pull out. So she was like literally holding her dress and then still singing, and I did not like very like this. It's like, I'm still singing, and then she was like really holding, otherwise she would be like very naked and on stage.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
I mean, there's so many. There's so many. There was one with Beyonce where she like fell down the stairs. There was another one. Yeah, there was another one where somebody had like a cape or something, and it like yanked them back. Yeah, there's a few I've seen out there. So yeah, but you just
have to keep going.
Keep going.
You're gonna take stop. Restart.
Yeah, that's the professional way. Just go.
Yeah, that's
well, ladies, those of you who are out there that perform, we want to hear your blooper. So send us a video or write it below and tell us something that's happened to you when you're performing, because
or your kids show.
Or your kids, yeah, totally. It's so fun. Oh my God, kids, I didn't even think about that. I could totally go on about that too, but I won't. We want to hear your story, so let us know, okay? So send us a comment, like and share, all that stuff. Good?
Stay safe.
Bye.